Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at the final episode of Yu Holder, which is episode 12. Now, I will say that I'm a bit disappointed with the flow of this whole battle. In some ways, it was awesome because of the fact that we saw a lot of homages and characters returning from Negima. But the same token, I felt like things were extremely rushed, and also the fact that a lot of it I know wasn't in the manga the way it was done. So it's like, you know, I get that they kind of want to leave things open in case they want to do a second season. So I'm not gonna. I might have said series finale, which I apologize if I did, but I'm gonna say right now season finale because we could have a second part of this. But as it is, you know, the final battle was cool. It was interesting to see Tota fight against Negi himself, and the fact that, you know, they were activating power attacks that they should not have been able to do, for the fact that, like, for example, Tota had never learned half the crap that he learned, that all of a sudden he was just able to activate his final form, which I'm like, okay, but whatever. That fight was still pretty intense. It was okay. I hated the fact that they made everything dark. Like, all the animation was really dark this week, and it made it kind of like, it's one of those. They do that in all the anime, so I'm not saying I'm bashing it, but like when they make images very dark and you can't see what's going on, I don't know why they do that, but lo and behold, it's something that happened. The biggest problem I had with this week's episode was the kind of inconsistencies it has, because, you know, one thing that was very interesting was the part with Kyrie, who went to protect Tota, and, you know, she protected Tota from her, you know, his quote-unquote brother. You know, it's more like a girl to me, but whatever. But, you know, she at one point takes Kyrie, knocks her to the ground after this whole funny and goofy scene of, like, love, because, you know, the other girl was using the book to show what her mind was saying. It's like, oh, I love Tota and all that. And, you know, it was cutesy. It was really cute and adorable. And all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, she's being thrown to the ground and having her teeth ripped out of her mouth. I was like, whoa. You just went from really hysterical comedy stuff to really depressing and almost kind of disturbing levels of violence, where the fact that Kyrie was having her teeth pulled out and crying and screaming and having a sword thrown into her back, and it was like, wow, that was... okay, I don't know if I really agreed with that. Like, that kind of disturbed me more than it should have. I just think that it was very ill-placed for the timing. Like, you know, Kyrie is the youngest member of the Yuki holders, and don't get me wrong, everyone's getting impaled and stuff left and right. I get that. But at the same token, to have her, you know, being one of the more younger females in the group, being thrown to the ground and having her teeth pulled out the way she was, and having someone invade her mouth like that, that was kind of a little sick, I won't lie. So it didn't leave a good taste in me. Like, I was like, I don't know how I felt about that scene, but, you know, I mean, I know the manga, trust me, because I've gotten past this in the manga, you know, could be pretty messed up at times, but I was like, you know, it was a little off-putting, I think. But then we had also one moment, all the girls returning from, you know, Negi's past because of you know, Tota's powers and his inside heart, etc. Blah. That was a little off the way they did that, but, you know, we saw all of them kind of showing their love for Negi. We had, you know, Asuna come up, you know, she hugged him, you know, and it was cute. It was a whole nice little cute thing. Nothing was resolved, though. Essentially, just the fighting stopped. It was very little resolved. You know, we end with the climax of Tota admitting how he feels about Kurohime, or, you know, Eva, and the fact that she blatantly said no to him, which, you know, he confessed his love and then wanted to marry her. And she's like, no, and then she's like, you're 500, I think it was 500 or 300 years too late. And I'm like, oh, that's still messed up, though, man. You know, here you are, you said before you liked him, so come on, like, is he really that late, really? But whatever, you know, it's okay. You know, other than that, though, this whole thing has been very hard for me to review, because honestly, on one hand, I loved Yuki Holder up to the last, I think, several episodes. I think the last several episodes felt very, very rushed. And, you know, it's kind of upsetting, because I was going to give the show probably B plus or B, and I found myself dropping to a considerable lower score, because if I had to review this between an A through F, I give Yuki Holder, you know, Negima Season 2 a probably C plus, to be honest with you. I think that's fitting for this, because I'm like, the last few episodes have been so... It's not that they haven't been canon, by the way. It's just, you know, they have been. But they've been skipping so much stuff. And it's been happening all throughout the show. I get that. But it didn't feel that bad until, like, recently. It's been, like, skipping huge portions of the manga to get to a certain arc. And I'm like, why? You know, you just might as well just not even do that at this point. You know, you're rushing things around that it just seems just stupid. But what did you guys think about that? You know, let me know in the comments below. You know, I still listen. Like I said, I still enjoyed the show. The show, it was actually a fun show to watch, and I enjoyed it up to probably like episode 8 or 9. But you know, just the last several episodes have been very bad for me, and I'm like, that's why I'm kind of on the fence with this. But let me know, guys, what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, as always. Until I pass crossing the next review, I hope you have a great, blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.